It's popular culture.
You know, in any other part of town, we'd have to bust these people for pornography.
This is true.
This is true.
Off tackle, slant on 2. Get it right, Lorenzo.
I heard you moved up north somewhere.
Hey, listen, I got out of the game, Chris, but I didn't leave the state.
I'm Rita. I'm Chris's partner.
Rita Lance, this is Joe Manis. Baddest fullback to ever play for the South Florida Football Conference.
First team Pro Bowl, 3 years running. I'm a fan.
She's gorgeous, too. So, you two guys are partners in what?
We're cops, homicide detectives, Palm Beach Police Department.
I didn't do it, Inspector. Oh, man, it's been a long time, huh? Lots of changes.
A lot of changes. Let's grab some quiet.
Yeah, that sounds good. You know, Rita, I know all about this boy's sordid past.
I heard that.
I'm gonna go use the ladies' room. I'll be back in a second.
So, what's it gonna be?
Soda water. I haven't had a drop of booze in 6 months.
All right. I'll have soda water, too.
Dr. Anthony, this is Warren. This is Dr. Anthony.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Damn her.
You know her?
Yeah, she's my wife. I'm warning you, Morgan. I've had it.
See, no, stop
I'm
it.
telling you, don't go near that son of a bitch.
What are you gonna do, Joe? Hit me?
Break your damn neck.
You go to hell.
Pleasure and pain. They make the world go around. Dr. Robin Anthony.
Hi.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Excuse me. Donut for your thoughts.
Yeah. Keep seeing Joe's face when he saw his wife with that guy.
Yeah, well, I keep seeing him when he put his fist through that wall. It was pretty frightening. You know, I feel sorry for his wife.
His wife?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because Joe had it all. I mean, he was like that guy in the movie The Natural, you know, but for Joe, it was football. First year as a pro, he tore it up.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah, one-way ticket to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Tell some cheap shot artist blew his knee out, turned it to cream cheese. That's all they wrote.
Well, Chris, you know, I mean, his wife was wearing a Calvin Klein original, $300 shoes. I mean, I don't think they're doing too bad.
Yeah, but what's it like to have your career end before it even starts? He's got that face on a football card. Nobody even knows who he is.
True.
All right, John. I'll see you Tuesday then. Thanks again. Tuesday. Mrs. Manis?
Hi, I hope you don't mind. I was in the area and I wondered if you might have some time. I could slip you in if you could slip me in.
Please. Interesting.
And what's that?
I think this is the first time that a patient has ever sat My chair.
Well, there's a first time for everything, don't you think? Do I have to call you Dr. Anthony?
No. You can call me anything you like.
How about Robin?
All right, that's fine with me. And what should I call you?
Anything but Mrs. Manners.
All right. Morgan, how do you feel that I can help you?
Wait, I mean, that's it? I'm in therapy? Do people really pay you to listen to them talk dirty? I'd rather talk about my husband. He says he can't get it up, and I say he won't.
Do you feel that he still loves you?
We used to go to the beach house after every game, and we'd make love. And then we'd go to sleep, and then we'd make love again.
And now,
He hasn't been there in 5 years. He thinks I bring my lovers there.
do you?
You want to know if I'm a frustrated but faithful wife or a satisfied tramp? I still go to the beach house. It's my sanctuary. I'll be there tonight.
We all need a place to be alone.
Oh, I hope not alone.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd stop by and see how Palm Beach's rich and shameless live.
Oh, you got that half right.
You know, Joe, I don't want to step on any shoes.
Oh,
here.
wait, check this out, man. Look it. I got the old yearbook shot.
Look like a couple of Marines.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, man, I remember those days. The happy times, you know? When you need something good to think about.
Joe, the pool's turning green again. Oh, you didn't tell me we had guests.
Why don't you go put some clothes on?
I saw you at the gallery.
Yeah, I'm Chris. Joe and I used to play football together.
Well, we have that in common.
Don't start, okay?
What? Just getting acquainted with your friend.
Ignore her. She gets off on this stuff.
Yeah, well, it's that or not at all.
I'm gonna go.
Bye-bye.
If you ever need to talk,
Man, I wouldn't know where to start.
take care of yourself.
Yeah, thanks. Damn you, Morgan! You had to do that.
Come on, let's do it, Joe. Come on.
Stop it.
Come on, right now. I know you want it. Come on, baby.
Morgan, don't. I can't.
I married a man. What happened to him? Where in the hell did he go? And don't give me the wounded warrior routine because you broke your knee, not your...
Shut up.
Go on. Come on, Joe. I like it rough. Don't you remember? All these years I've been telling myself. He'll get it together. He just needs time. Well, time's up, Joe. Because I am tired of this, of us. You know what? The game's over. You won. By the way, I dropped by Robin Anthony's office this morning. He's gonna help me with my problem.
Hey, Morgan! Morgan!
If you're not gonna be a man, if you're not gonna be my husband, then just, look, let me go. Leave me alone.
I won't.
Let go of me.
I still love you. You're all I have left.
Let go of me.
No.
Let go of me.
No more!
Ow!
Hey! You leave that woman alone.
Please. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry, Morgan.
Don't you touch me. No!
That ain't him. Hell, it ain't.
You're Joe Manis, ain't you?
Hey! Hot Rod. My brother asked you a question.
Replay.
What's wrong?
That's, just a little spousal abuse. That's what you call it, isn't it?
He hit you?
Yeah, well, I've gotten really good in covering it up.
You really should see a doctor about that.
Yeah, I think so.
You know something, man? I lost about 5 big ones when you broke your knee. It just don't look broke to me. You like games? I want to play a game. Turn around.
I can't see.
I don't know. Maybe it's different here in Calm Beach. But back in the borough, we needed a little more than the guy yelled at his wife to bust him for felony homicide.
Now, look, he threatened her life, Captain. I heard him. There was someone else there, a doctor. He witnessed it as well.
Good. Then get the doctor's statement, but don't let him overcharge you.
When?
Sometime late last night, early this morning. We won't know for sure until we get Diana's report. You okay?
Yeah.
Well, Rita tells me you and the husband go back.
Not a problem, Cap.
You're sure about that?
You guys know something I don't? Because if Joe did this, I want him as badly as you do.
Okay.
They start on the body yet?
No, not yet.
Let's get to it.
out of the car and started beating up his wife. I mean, God.
Sydney Reese?
Yes. Who are you?
Sergeant Lance, Sergeant Lorenzo, Palm Beach Police.
Wait a minute, I know you. You were here at the opening.
Yes, ma'am. You're a friend of Morgan Manis's, correct?
Yes. Is there something wrong?
What makes you think something's wrong?
Goes with the job, doesn't it? Cops go with trouble. So what's the matter with Morgan?
She's dead. She was murdered last night.
It was just a matter of time.
Excuse me?
It was her husband, wasn't it?
We're not quite sure who's responsible.
Hold on a second. What makes you think it was her husband?
Well, he had his problem.
And what problem was that?
He couldn't perform for her. She took that as personal. And they'd fight.
So they'd argue. A lot of couples argue. So what?
I didn't say they argued. I said they fought, like animals. And usually in public. He's a big guy. But she had no fear. She knew exactly which buttons to push, and she'd just keep pushing them until he'd blow up, and off they'd go.
So he hit her?
Hit her, slap her, throw her around. Just your average abusive husband. I've had 3 so far. The thing is, I think she liked it. I will say this for her. She gave almost as good as she got.
You saw this happen?
More than once. All her friends saw it.
You and Morgan close friends?
She needed someone to talk to, and I needed someone to return my serve. How's your backhand?
We'll be in touch.
So I guess we do it.
Yeah.
Chris, hi, Rita.
You come in?
Well, yeah, sure, come on. What's up?
You look like hell.
Oh, thanks. Good to see you, too. Actually, I feel like hell.
Joe, where were you last night?
I was at a bar down the highway. Actually, several bars down the interstate. I don't know. Why?
We need to know where you were, Joe.
What for?
Give us a name.
Name. I can't remember a name. Why? What's this about?
You cut yourself shaving?
No, I got in a fight with some biker trash. I got drunk. I passed out. I guess I pulled off the side of the road to get some sleep. Cop found me this morning.
You got the ticket?
No, he didn't give me a ticket. He was a fan. Listen, is this something to do with the fight?
There was a murder in your beach house last night, Joe. Your wife is dead.
Morgan?
Yeah. A witness said he saw you at the beach house yesterday. He said you were beating her.
Well, I lost my temper. We had an argument. I slapped her, but I didn't hurt her. I mean, Chris, you know I couldn't do that.
What was that fight about?
Well, she said she had been with a shrink that we saw the other night at the gallery. You saw her. She didn't know when to stop. I slapped her, but I didn't hurt her. I couldn't take it anymore. I mean, when I left, she was mad, but she was still alive.
You admit beating her. You got knocked down, drunk, you blacked out. You don't know where the hell you were or what you were doing, and you look like you got in a fight with the Bobcat. Now, you may not have known what you were doing.
I didn't kill my wife.
Joe Manis, you're under arrest for suspicion in the murder of your wife.
No.
Make this easier, Joe. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney.
Hello.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
Pleasure and pain make the world go round.
Oh, sounds like a line, right? I've never been deft at introductions, and especially, well, I know you've been told you're a very attractive woman.
Thank you. Sergeant Lance, Palm Beach Police.
Come in.
I'm looking into the death of Morgan Manis.
Oh, a tragedy. I heard about it on the news this morning. Sit, please.
Thank you. So, what can you tell me about her?
She came in yesterday. We had a brief preliminary interview. She had concerns about her relationship with her husband, and that was our first and only appointment.
Her husband seems to think that you and Morgan had more than just a doctor-patient relationship.
That doesn't surprise me.
Are you saying it was a pattern in the relationship?
No, he was obviously compensating. He couldn't adjust to the loss of his career, so he struck out at the person closest to him.
You only hurt the one you love.
Well, and himself as well, perhaps. His impotence could be of a psychosomatic nature.
So he was punishing himself for the loss of his career.
Ah, you have a future as a therapist.
Well, in a way, it's part of my job. You might say I have a practice without a portfolio.
Well, tell me then, if you don't mind, how do you feel about all this? A woman murdered? It must be difficult, day in, day out.
Well, in this case, it's harder for my partner. He and Morgan's husband are friends.
Do you do that often?
What?
I asked how you felt. You responded by switching the focus from your feelings to your partner's. In my profession, we call that caretaking.
In mine, we call it survival.
Touche. I'm just suggesting that we need to validate our own feelings. It's possible Morgan might still be alive if she'd been more in touch with her own truth.
Do you remember the argument they had in the gallery?
I recall he threatened to break her neck.
Would you be willing to testify to that in court?
Yes, I'll testify.
Good. Thank you. I feel angry. I feel sad. I feel humble and grateful most of the time just to be alive. How's that?
How does it feel?
Isn't that caretaking? Thank you.
Even the eyewitness, the neighbor, said that she walked back into the house after the fight and Joe left.
So maybe he came back. There were no signs of forced entry. I mean, he had a key, he had a security code. Chris, it's not that I want him to be guilty, but you can't ignore it. Circumstantial evidence is still circumstantial.
They're talking about a plea bargain.
I don't know, Joe. Just take your lawyer's advice.
Yeah. I guess they figure I'm guilty too.
Joe set a bar down off the interstate. That puts it south of town.
You know how many bars there are between here and Miami?
Too many for us to cover, that's for sure. We'll never get clearance.
Yeah, plus all the jurisdictional lines we'd have to cross, the red tape.
I don't
Anyway.
think Joe would mind paying for outside help if it meant verifying his alibi.
So what, you thinking about a private cop?
I don't know. Hey, isn't that Cotton's car?
Yeah, it is.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think we just found our help. That's Cotton's brother, Atticus Dunn. Last I heard, he was in New York State making license plates.
Really?
Atticus, what are you doing here, man? I thought you were on the inside looking out.
Well, the Lord helps those who help themselves.
Ah, see, that's what put you away. You helped yourself one too many times.
True, but the state only had the actus reus, not the mens rea.
Meaning?
Meaning, I did it, but I didn't mean to.
Sounds like jailhouse lawyer talk to me.
Atticus Dunn, this is my partner, Rita Lance.
Atticus Dunn, ma'am. The Clarence Darrow of maximum security.
Where's Cotton?
Extended business trip. I'm taking care of his car and his business while he's away.
Yeah, Atticus, aren't you a little old to be playing with dolls?
Yeah, aren't you going to introduce us?
Very funny. So happens that this is Miss Alice, and she is one hell of a salesman. Well, saleswoman.
Selling what?
Selling these. Currently, the #1 item in the field of erotic novelties.
Yeah. I've always wondered how those things stayed on.
Adhesive backing. But then there's Velcro for the senior citizens and safety pins for the heavy metal crowd.
Why don't you get a job?
Get a job?
Yeah, get a job.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Hey, Atticus, how'd you like to make a little money?
Well, how much?
A couple hundred a day plus reasonable expenses.
What do I have to do? Find Elvis? Who's paying? You?
No. He is.
Woo-hoo-hoo. That's Joe Manis.
Yes, it is. I want you to check every bar from here to Miami and find out which one he was in Thursday night getting his butt kicked.
If he was getting his butt kicked Thursday night.
Well, that's a lot of questions and a lot of liquor to grease a memory.
Well, improvise. You're good at that.
When I find it, I'll call you.
Atticus! Don't find it and then come back and jack the price up.
I don't know where you get these notions that you have about me.
Hey, what I said, that was a cheap shot, man. You were just doing your job.
Don't even worry about it. You have a seat, we'll get these cuffs off.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Tell me about Morgan.
Morgan, well, she loved being married to what I was. But I don't think she had a clue who I was. And then when my career was over, the marriage was over. That's about it.
Why'd the two of you stay together, Joe?
Well, that's a good question. Morgan was the last part of the good times I still had, I guess. I couldn't let her go. And even though I'm a has-been, I still get some of that celebrity treatment. She loved that.
There's no easy way to ask this, and it's important. Do you know for a fact that she was involved with other guys?
For a fact, no. But she was into head games. I mean, she'd flirt with guys knowing that I was watching her.
What about the shrink, Robin Anthony? Was that a head game, too?
Who knows? Doesn't matter.
Could matter big time. I told your assistant I could wait.
But I couldn't.
Miss Reese, have you ever heard of a Dr. Robin Anthony?
The only man that ever really understood me. Of course, I pay him $200 an hour. I think we can dispense with the formalities. Call me Sydney.
Okay, Sydney. All right. How long have you known him?
Not long enough. Still crazy about men. Actually, just since last week. My divorce lawyer told me to find a shrink. Psychological stress is always good for a few extra zeros in the settlement.
Did Morgan ever talk to you about Dr. Anthony?
No, was she seeing him?
What do you know about him?
He's only been in town a few months. Already he's a favorite at the Trey soiree.
This is a little personal, but well, have you ever, or has he ever?
Not yet. But I don't discourage very easily.
Are there any rumors floating around just between ladies?
A friend of mine was seeing Robin for a while. And every other word out of her mouth was about Dr. Anthony and how wise and creative he was. And the next thing I know, she won't even say his name.
She say why?
No. She wouldn't talk about it. And she got a little sick when I pressed her for details.
So you're Rita's partner. Amazing woman, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Look, I don't want to take much of your time up, Doc, but I need to see Mrs. Manis's file.
I can't do that. There still may be some liability from her estate.
Doesn't have to leave your office.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sergeant. I know that Mr. Manis was a friend of yours.
He is a friend of mine.
I understand. It's a shame. Perhaps if he had come to me, we could have redirected his anger.
You still might get your chance, Doc. Case isn't closed yet.
Really? I didn't get that impression from Rita.
Maybe you got the wrong impression. Thank you for your time. Branford College, Maryland. Baltimore?
Just outside, Bay City.
Is that where you practiced?
No, I wanted to live and work in paradise, so I came straight to Palm Beach.
Most people I deal with, it's paradise lost.
Me too.
Have a nice day.
Well, hello.
Dr. Anthony?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, this is your cleaners as well?
Well, I think I bought and paid for it by now.
Well, then we're business partners. This is very nice. You look wonderful.
Thanks, thanks.
Would you like to get a cup of coffee?
I would love to, but I gotta get back to work. I'll see you later, all right? How about dinner tonight?
Well, I'd love to. Let me cook, all right? Trust me, you're gonna love it.
7 o'clock then?
Yeah, let me give you my address.
I'm a detective. I'll find it.
Well, hold on, you what?
Would you calm down? It's not like we're picking out china patterns.
Come on, Rita,
or
this
something.
guy's an ongoing part in a murder investigation.
I know how badly you want Joe to be innocent.
No, hey, innocent until proven guilty, isn't that the way it
Yeah,
works?
yeah, it does. But doesn't that apply to Robin Anthony as well?
Come on, Rita, we're partners. I'm supposed to watch your back, you're supposed to watch mine. Maybe I see something here that you don't.
Okay, and what would that be?
We don't know anything about the guy, other than he's creepy and he's got an eye for the ladies.
Well, that applies to most men I know.
And he probably, or at least possibly, was involved with the murder victim.
Thanks. Well, look, I don't disagree with you. He's as good a suspect as anybody, okay?
Then why put yourself at risk?
Because the good doctor set up that accidental meeting outside the dry cleaners. He's got something on his mind, and I am going to find out what it is.
At least take backup.
Listen, I appreciate your concern, but I can take care of myself. It's going to be okay, okay?
Okay, just do me one favor.
Don't stay for dessert. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Stay for dessert.
Come next time.
Oh, Lordy, what am I doing here? Hogs rule. Say hogs rule! Drinks are on me. Yeah. Yeah, well, keep the lipstick off your dipstick, eh?
Yeah. So where you from?
Well, everywhere, nowhere.
Where's that?
Well, wherever the white line meets the road sign.
Yeah, so man, what chap do you with?
Sons of Destiny.
Never heard of it.
Well, not many brothers on the road. Mandatory sentencing's caused a terrible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, we heard you there, brother.
Yeah.
We heard you there, brother.
It's all them free souls unjustly locked away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Right on.
Say, maybe you dudes could help out a fellow hogster. I'm looking for this guy here.
Well, what you got?
And he skipped out on a $5,000 mark.
Limped out's more like it.
Yeah, Oral had his number. That guy's the next jock.
Man, we
sure kicked his butt.
Yeah, but...
Hey, man. That's my helmet.
Well, you seen one, you seen them all.
That's weird. I got a vest just like that on my saddlebags.
Well, listen, sister, you know, what's mine is yours, right? Why don't you just try that on? So, look, dudes, I'd like to hang, but, fella's got some miles on me, so I'd better hit the road. Huh?
No, you took the words right out of my mouth, dude.
I think we can talk about this, can't we?
Yeah.
Ah, I'm impressed. That was really good.
Thank you. Would you like to take some coffee in the living room? I have a new blend. I would love for you to try.
That sounds nice. I should really be going after that, though. It's getting pretty late.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Silver note. All right, I got it. Hey, Atticus, you get any names?
No, I didn't get their names, but I did get their greasy paw prints all over my face.
You did good, buddy.
Yeah. Listen, does that expense money cover pain and suffering? Oh.
You know, you and I have something in common.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Secrets. People tell us the most intimate secrets.
Yes, but people usually choose to come see you. I am usually the last person they want to see.
Some people, like Morgan's husband, crying out for help, even when they commit the most horrible crimes.
But don't you think that abuse was a two-way street? I mean, not that I condone what he did to her, but wasn't she partly responsible for what happened?
It's complicated. She felt that she provoked him. She even bragged about how good she had gotten at covering up the damage that he had done. That bruise on her cheek.
Mm-hmm.
I never would have known it was there if she hadn't told me. Rita, I haven't been honest with you. I've got a secret. Since the first moment we met, I haven't been able to stop thinking about you. I've got to see you again.
Well, after tonight, Robin, I'm sure you will. Guys? Yeah?
It's Chris. I got interesting news. Open up. Joe's alibi checked out.
Good.
Yeah, I tried to call you last night, but isn't that the dress that you wore at Anthony's?
Yes, it is. And actually, I'm glad you're here so we can deal with this. We can get it out in the open, and we'll never mention it again. I spent the night.
You spent the night? Oh, man.
Uh-huh. Yeah. With Diana.
What are you doing?
I'm pulling your chain.
Ah.
Yeah, no, actually, Rob and Anthony told me something. I called Diana. She met me at the morgue, and we went over all our findings on Morgan Manus.
So you and the doctor weren't...
No, my only interest in Dr. Anthony is professional. My profession, not his.
Good. What'd you find out?
Well, we were talking about Morgan, and he mentioned the bruise on her cheek, right? Same one Joe said he gave her the night of the murder. Suddenly, this little voice went off in my head, and I said, what's wrong with this picture?
What was wrong with the picture?
I went back and I checked his original statement. He said he saw Morgan at 11 o'clock the day of the murder, right? And not again. But if he didn't see her again, how did he see the bruise?
Which we know she didn't get until several hours later.
Right. So you said Joe's alibi checked out?
Yes, I did, and yes, it does. Atticus found the bar and the two bikers that Joe had the beef with. Now, check these out. I got them from the Baltimore PD.
What? Who is this?
Student from Branford College outside of Baltimore. It's where Robin Anthony got his degree. Now, I checked with the Baltimore PD, see if they had a jacket on this guy. Boy, did they.
What was the disposition?
Victim registered a sexual assault and battery complaint against Robin Anthony. Before formal charges were filed by the DA, the victim recanted, left town, no further action was taken.
No further actions.
Right. I talked to a cop who was working the case. He said they think that Anthony's father bought the girl off.
When was this?
This was about 3 years ago. Now, there was also a string of unsolved female homicides, ended about 6 months ago.
That's about the same time the doctor showed up, huh? So what was the M.O.?
Same as Morgan Manus, raped and strangled. The only difference was most of them were hookers.
Oh, could be he saw her the same way. You know, we should run this by the captain.
Yeah. Does an hour give you enough time to get ready?
Yeah, sure. It's perfect. Good work.
Well, thank you very much. Now, you and Anthony, you didn't.
Get out of here. Out.
No judge is gonna give you a backstage pass with this. You gotta find something that specifically ties your shrink with the scene of the crime.
Look, he is not my shrink, all right?
Come on, Cap. Without a search warrant, we're on the outside looking in.
So we have to get inside.
Right. Inside is good.
But you don't think we have enough to get a warrant?
Well, without a search warrant, there's only one way we can get inside.
Wait. Hold it. Unless I slept through a change in the law, B&E is not considered kosher, not even here in Calm Beach.
No, I'm not talking about breaking and entering. I am talking about an invitation.
No. You are not going back in there. Not without backup, not without me.
Hi.
Hi.
I was afraid it might be too soon to call.
No, I'm glad you didn't wait.
Please. Women patients are more interesting. The way a woman's role in society impacts upon a particular individual or a certain problem. The dynamic is much different with men.
This is fascinating. Instead of going out, do you have any of that pasta left over from last night? I missed lunch today.
I have loads. I'll heat it up.
Terrific. I'm just going to go use the ladies' room real quick. Okay?
You lose your appetite? There's no need to be jealous.
Robin, you need help.
That's right. I need you, Rita. I've got to have you.
Just give me the gun. You won't get hurt if you do what I say.
Put this on. Put them on. Left wrist first, please.
Do whatever you say.
Stop! Why are you running away from me? I just want to help.
Put the gun down, Robin.
Drop the gun!
Morgan Manus.
I'm gonna go call it in.
Okay. Hey, Joe. Thought we might find you out here.
Rather be alone?
No, I'm fine. I was just thinking of the better days.
Better days.
Family counselor.
She's a friend of mine. I told her you might call. Hey, I heard the team offered you a coaching position.
Yeah, they did. What do you think?
What do you think?
Oh, I think it's a great idea.
Oh.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, my dad always said you'd probably end up being a coach.
He did?
Uh-huh. He said you had the smarts and the height.
Well, I guess I got it all then, huh?
You got more than that, Joe. You got one of the best friends in the whole world.